Hello, this is Tori with LANDiO. We have a new 39-acre wooded mountain home site near thousands of acres of public land in Trinidad, Colorado. From the property, you have expansive views of the Spanish Peaks and the Sangre to Cristo mountain range. The property features varied terrain with areas of dense mature trees, but there's also some nice open meadows on the property as well. This is a satellite view looking directly down on the property. So this is the north boundary here. So you have a maintained road that comes into the north boundary of the property. Then there's a trail that leads from the north portion of the property down to the southern area where you have multiple open meadows. And this area right here is a path of some seasonal water flow through the southwest corner of the property. And if you see this little cluster of trees right here, we'll identify these in some of the photos coming up. And then along this trail, there's multiple level areas which would be potential ideal places for a cabin or a home. And the property is only 0.8 of a mile from 195 acres of BLM land. So this road that takes you to the property goes right through that BLM land. And here we have the road to the property mapped out with this red line. In addition to this 195 acres of BLM land right here, you're also just about a mile from another section of BLM land that's 550 acres, and then an even larger section which is almost 2,700 acres. So collectively, just between these three parcels right here, you have almost 3,400 acres of BLM land within about a mile of the property. And then over to the west, you're just about 14.5 miles driving distance to the 6,410 acre Spanish Peaks State Wildlife Area. Then you're also close to the Trinidad Lake State Park and the 800 acre Trinidad Lake, and Trinidad, Colorado, which is only about 22 miles from the property, which has a population of around 10,000. And all throughout this area, landowners have developed their properties with cabins, homes, ranches. Some have mobile homes, multiple accessory buildings, and these white circles identify just a few of those properties. And then this is showing those properties in relationship to the public land. And as you see these little open clearings up here all throughout this area, these are gas wells. And there's a gas well right on the northern boundary of the property. And we own 50% of the mineral rights, which we will convey with this property. And that generates roughly between $400 to $500 a year in royalty income from the production of that gas well. And these are a couple photos of that gas well. This is the road coming into the property. And there's another photo of the gas well looking towards the east. So it occupies just a very small portion of the property. And the energy companies keep these roads well maintained throughout the year. There are also electricity lines and poles near the property in multiple directions. And these are photos of the trail leading down to the open meadows on the southern portion of the property. And again, there's multiple level sites along the trail that you could clear out some trees, and if you wanted to put your home or your cabin or park your RV there or even camp, put a yurt, you have a lot of options to do so. And this is heading down towards the open meadows on the southern portion of the property. Again, there's lots of mature trees and varied elevation. So in this photo, we're looking to the southwest. This is that open meadow on the southwest portion of the property. And this is that cluster of trees we pointed out in that satellite image. And then just to the west side of the trees is the path of the seasonal water flow. And now we're on the west side looking to the northeast. Again, here's a cluster of trees viewing it from the other side, and then here's the path of that seasonal water flow. And you can see where the meadow then meets the dense areas of mature trees and the varied terrain. This is standing in the path of the seasonal water flow looking north. And this is another photo where that open meadow meets the mature trees, and you can see some of the rock outcroppings there. There were lots of fresh wildlife tracks and droppings on the property. This area is very desirable for hunting elk and mule deer. These are some aerial photos of the property. This image right here shows the trail leading to the southern portion of the property. And then this is looking towards that open meadow on the southwest portion. This is that cluster of trees that we've been referencing, and here's the path of that seasonal water flow. And here's our closer image of that same area. There is some fencing that runs along some areas of the southern portion of the property. And here's another perspective looking at the Spanish Peaks and the Sangre to Cristo mountain range. The elevation at the high point is around 7,200 feet. And then down here around the southwest corner is around 6,900 feet. These are Google Earth terrain views. This is southeast of the property looking northwest. There you see the Spanish Peaks. And we're southwest looking northeast. This is that cluster of trees. There's the path of the seasonal water flow. There's the trail that leads down to the southern portion of the property. And then here's the road that comes in on the north boundary. And we're northwest looking southeast. There's Fisher's Peak. This is the location of that income-producing gas well. And here's the trail that leads down to the southern portion of the property with those open meadows there. And then here you can see the road coming into the property. And then this is east of the property looking west. Again, you have the road coming into the property. There's the trail leading to the southern portion of the property. There's those open meadows. And there's that cluster of trees we've referenced multiple places. This is a neighboring ranch just to the east. They have their main home. They have multiple accessory buildings, a barn with corral. They have a large metal building, some tractors out there. And you can see their electricity lines and poles. This is only about 4/10 of a mile to the east of the property. And here's a satellite image of that property. There's another ranch to the east. These are some neighbors to the north. You can see a home here, a home here. There's some accessory buildings here. This looks like it might be a single wide mobile home. There's some structures there in the trees. This neighbor's over to the west. And you have another ranch over to the west. Some more neighbors to the west. This is a ranch to the south. This map's showing the driving time to this portion of the Spanish Peak State Wildlife Area as being 38 minutes. And these are photos of the Spanish Peak State Wildlife Area. Again, it's 6,410 acres of mountainous terrain with lots of areas of dense mature trees. Very desirable for hunting and recreation. Then you're only about 31 minutes to State Highway 12 to the south, which will then take you directly to the Trinidad Lake State Park, Trinidad, and then Interstate 25. So the Trinidad Lake State Park is only about 36 minutes from the property. There's an 800-acre lake at the Trinidad Lake State Park, desirable for fishing, boating, and water sports. And then you're just 45 minutes to the city of Trinidad, which has a population of around 10,000. This is Main Street in Trinidad. There's lots of professional services. There's restaurants, cafes. There's a hospital in Trinidad. There's also a Walmart supercenter there. And you're just over an hour to Walsenburg, Colorado to the north. About an hour and 45 minutes to Pueblo, Colorado, which has a population around 110,000. So pretty much anything you need you can find in Pueblo. About 2 hours and 25 minutes to Colorado Springs, which has a population around 500,000. Then about 3 hours and 50 minutes to Denver, Colorado, largest city in Colorado. The Denver metropolitan area has a population over 1 million. So we have this 39.1 acre wooded mountain homesite near the 3,400 acres of BLM land in Trinidad, Colorado, priced at just $39,900. Again, that price includes the 50% of the mineral rights that will convey with the sale of this property and the roughly $400 to $500 a year in passive royalty income from the gas well. All the property details are listed here on our website. There's no HOA, there's no HOA fees, there's no restrictions, there's no covenants, there's no time limit to build. You can use the property recreationally, you can camp on the property, you can use it seasonally, or you could live there full time and use that as your permanent residence. The minimum dwelling size is only 600 square feet. Mobile homes and manufactured homes are allowed. You can also do alternative types of buildings like cabins, modular homes, tiny homes, shipping container homes, barn dominiums, earthship homes, straw bale houses, homes built out of hempcrete, yurts, horses, cattle, exotics, and other types of animals are permitted. And the property taxes are only $460 a year for the entire 39.1 acres. So the passive royalty income from the gas well pretty much would offset the property taxes. Here we have all the GPS coordinates, over 80 photos, and an interactive map. If you'd like to secure this property while it's available, please go to our website and click on this Buy Now button. What that'll do is add a deposit of $499 to your cart. Then click Checkout. Once you click Checkout, this window will appear where you can enter in all your information, then continue through the checkout process. Once the checkout process has been completed, we'll receive an instant notification that your $499 deposit has been made. We'll then take the property off the market, send you over a simple one-page purchase agreement, and arrange for the balance of payment. The $499 deposit is credited towards the purchase, and we cover all of the closing costs. The remaining balance may be provided by wire transfer, cashier's check, credit card, debit card, or any combination of those methods. We make the whole process super simple, and it can be completed in as little as a day. If you have any questions, our phone number is on the top of every page of our website. That number is 713-597-7670. That number also receives text messages. We also have this live chat feature here on our website where you can communicate with us in real time. If we're not available at the moment, please send us a message and we'll respond to you at our next availability. We also have this contact form on our website, or you can send us an email directly. Our email address is hello@landio.com. And as always, we really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and share our website and all of our properties with your family, friends, and colleagues. Wishing you a blessed day.